Okay, Shalom Israel.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody online. Everybody here tonight. Let's get this Sabbath rolling. Get this Shabbat rolling. Does anybody have any questions or anything before we go into tonight's question class? Yeah, what you got, Miles?
I was wondering about the.
You can display all that as we're talking.
Okay.
On February, we had what was it? The summit?
Yeah, in February we're gonna have the summit.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, like, were we leaving before Friday or were we leaving on Friday for the summit? Yeah.
You called me out. You called me off guard. So the summit is on what day? What is that? Obviously we're gonna have to leave before.
Oh man, okay. I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave before so we can make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, was that it on your question? Okay.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
I was reading the Gospel in the New Testament. I was wondering, because I was reading the 12 that Christ had chosen.
Mhm.
I didn't see Mark or Luke. Are they a part of the discipleship, or are they just witnesses of
Scribes,
the scribes?
but of course they were apostles.
But they were they a part of the 12, or?
No, right? Because they weren't named in there. But yeah, they were they with Yahushua? They had to be. Yeah. Any other questions before we go into this real quick? Nothing else? You don't got that, sis? You sure you got that thug life? You got that thug life rap on? You know what I mean? I'm just messing with you. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. So let's go into this question. Was the topic of the class was, and this is a question. Some of y'all have gotten this. Some of y'all have not. But regardless, you know, the question needs to be answered. So, brothers, excuse me, dang, that ginger ale. Brothers and sisters already, a lot of y'all have gotten this, but some of y'all didn't. So, during the class, if y'all got any questions on it, you can ask. What is real marriage? What is real marriage? Right? So the question was asked, you know, basically how marriage can be bounded, kept together the proper way. All right? And of course, it's a constant theme with Israel, because a lot of our people, majority of their life is a relationship and a job. So these things are going to come up, right? These things are going to happen. So we're gonna go into this real quick. Not real quick, but we're going to definitely touch on this. What is real marriage, and how to keep a marriage? Okay. So if you go to the 1828. What is that noise? Go to the 1828. If you go there, I actually have it, and you look at marriage. You look up marriage. Now check this out. It's crazy. I know you guys are going to think this was made up, but if you go to the 1828 and you look up marriage, it says to be of one mind. Right? So we're going to talk about these essential elements in marriage, right? To be of one mind. To harmonize in opinion. This is marriage. It says, in the expediency of the law, all the parties agree. I know you're like, what? This can't be. That's why y'all gotta really, like, before you get involved or actually go about to marry in with someone, like, look up the definition. Because you're gonna realize that how much work it has to take, how much work it's going to take to keep a marriage together. It says to live in concord or without contention. I know, it's like, what the hell? If I just looked up the definition itself, I wouldn't have got married, right? Like, if I would have looked that up, I would have been like, what the hell is going on here, right? To live in concord or without contention as parents and children agree well together. Listen, to yield assent, to approve or omit, followed by as to agree to an offer or to an opinion. To come to a compromise of differences. Like, when you read all this, you're like, whoa, Jesus. The Most High, like, damn, I thought it was just, look. You know what I mean?
We meet at Starbucks. Test, what's going on with this? We meet at Starbucks. That's the next thing we gotta get.
Next thing we gotta get, y'all, is a new mic system like the one in Rochester. We meet at Starbucks, you know what I mean? We have sex in the bathroom, and she's my rib, right? I force her to wear a head wrap, you know what I mean? I go around and act like I'm a Hebrew online, right? And then when she gets out of order, I say she's a wicked hoe and cut her off. I thought it was that easy, right? Did you? Y'all didn't think? No? Okay. It's good you didn't agree with me. Because that is not the right mind. Right? Let's see here. To come to compromise of differences, to be reconciled, agree. All right. So, it goes down. But this is the first and foremost thing to understand what happens when you get in a marriage. Now, what I'm not going to do is go over when a man lay with a woman. We've been through that, right? We're past that point now. You laid with each other. You agreed, right? Nobody was taken advantage of. Nobody was raped, right? Anybody in here in a marriage were you raped? Raise your hand. No, you weren't raped. So if you weren't raped, you know what I mean? And she didn't hold you down and say, listen, boy, you're going to give me this, right? Or he holds you down and be like, girl, this is mine. Then you agree to that. The scriptures say, it uses this word a lot. If you entice, you were talked into it. Y'all both looked at each other. Your eyes got watery. Your heart, some brothers' eyes get watery. Hearts pump real quick, but because you got lust spirits on you, right? So I mean, this is the difference between, like, just the definition alone is the difference between what is real marriage and what is this infatuation, right? And let's talk about that first. Before we get into the marriage part and all of that we just read, let's talk about the infatuation part, right? Proverbs 31 and 30. So this is the infatuation part. And for y'all that logged in, this is a question. I know some of y'all have gotten a lot of this, but remember, we got to answer the questions, all right? So if you feel you already know, then you already know, right? This should be added to your arsenal. Proverbs 31 and 30.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 30. Favor is deceitful And beauty is vain.
So the infatuation part is the vain part. Right? We weren't taught that. That's what is vain? What is it to be vain? Once again, you gotta look up, like if you don't know the definition, then you won't understand the concept of where your mind is supposed to change to, right? How your thoughts are supposed to look at certain things. So, do you know the definition? Do you know the definition? Oh, you know what? Go ahead. What is it? Look it up. Why? Let's see if he's right. What?
It's anything that has no value or any real meaning.
Okay, so let's look up the definition. What you got for vain? Go ahead.
From the Webster 1828,
Mm-hmm.
empty, worthless, having no substance.
Right. Empty, worthless, and having no substance. So he was correct. Right? That, read it again.
Favor is deceitful.
Right?
And beauty is vain.
So favor is deceitful. Right? Why are you favoring this person? Well, we know the beginning part, the infatuation part, is the most dangerous part. Right? It can either go into fornication, or you can dive into all of this, which is, I laid with this woman, I laid with this man, right? We have to abide by the law, statutes, commandments. Remember, we're only talking to everybody that believes in the gospel. We're not talking to people in the world that is having sex with people, jumping from person to person, and don't abide by the laws and commandments of the Most High. That they're just fornicators, right? They're committing fornication. Okay? We're talking about people that really believe and say, you know what? Nah, the scripture says this, and I'm going to follow that, right? So it's telling us here something about this infatuation time, that favor, right? To prefer, to look at somebody and prefer them by their outward appearance is deceitful. You see that? Favor is deceitful. We know that because you might like this and I might like that, right? You might swear she's a dime, we might think she's a -4, right? You might be like, man, she cold. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, really? I'm not seeing that. Right? So favor is deceitful, and what?
And beauty is vain.
Beauty is what?
Vain.
So what does vain mean again?
Vain.
Empty. What?
Empty. Worthless.
Beauty, when you look at the outward appearance, literally, that is not going to do nothing for you in a relationship. That's not going to help you out in any way. Right? This is why the Most High tells us how to change our goggles, right? Try to refocus our lens, because beauty is vain, it's worthless. The outward appearance is not going to do anything for you. How do we know that? Every brother and sister in this generation, what we have went through, and some of us, how many marriages, fornication you go through, right? Now remember, you're in the truth now. Now you know, you're like, okay, well, I stopped fornicating, and when I jumped into relationships, I knew that if I was going to deal with this woman, we were going to be bound by a contract, which we already went over. I don't have to go over none of that, right? Okay. We already went over the contract, the marriage. We already read that you lay with her, she's bound to you, you're bound to her. We've touched on that. So I'm hoping everybody that's watching this says, well, I didn't know that. Let's go to the other videos and get you another class that we did. This is more so, how do we we keep this marriage engaged, married in with each other? But I wanted to get this part out the way because it's not anything to do with the outward appearance. And if you get that out of your head first, you won't make the same mistakes. Now, I'm saying that because how many of brothers and sisters literally just jumped into marriage and left? Or rather, fornicated, right? Like the brother told me, oh, bro, that seems more like fornication. Okay, fornication, right? Regardless, it don't supposed to be done, right? You weren't supposed to jump in, hit it, you hit it, and then leave, right? There's no honor in that. We know that. We've been over many fornication classes, right? Go ahead.
Worthless, having no substance.
See, the physical appearance, now that you're in the relationship, I want you to close your eyes and feel how worthless it is because she's thick as hell. Yeah, close the eyes. Huh? You see that? Because she thick, she beautiful. How worthless that is, because when the infatuation's over, what happens? You don't give a damn about that. You're like, I don't give a damn how thick you are. Right? You got demons on you. Right? And you're not looking at him like, you know what? You got demons on you. Let me see those abs real quick. Yeah, maybe not. Right? You're not doing that. You literally are disgusted by this individual when you guys are dealing with contention and arguing and fighting and all the things you're not in. You don't give a damn about that. You actually look at all the bad stuff. You're like, you nappy head. Look at your hair. Your hair ain't even real. You're like, you going through that. You're like, bro, you know, look at you. You used to have a six-pack. Now you got a damn gallon, bro. What's up with you? Right? You're not worried about that. And that's what the scriptures is reminding us. The infatuation part to all you young brothers and sisters is literally worthless. You got to get past that part and shake yourself from that, because that physical encounter of you looking at this individual and she looking at you, that is the most dangerous part. You know what I mean? Now, this doesn't give anyone the right to abandon ship. We've been over that class. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? You said it in class, we jumped into it. Like, bruh, 2 years later, 20 years later, it's too late for that. Now you have to understand what is needed to keep this marriage going. But it ain't the beauty, right? It ain't the booty, right? Okay. Read that from the top.
Favor is deceitful.
Right?
And beauty is vain.
Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Go to Ecclesiastes 25 and 21. Once again, you know these scriptures. Some of y'all do. Some of us do. Some of us know them and we still are what? Bamboozled. The first thing you're looking at is what? The outward appearance. You're not looking into TikTok and Insta, and you're not being like, man, she's humble. No, you're looking at the thong, the tights, how they squeeze everything in, right? You're not looking at those things spiritually. You're looking at our outward appearance. And remember, this generation is geared towards that. Everything is set up to catch your eye. The lust of the flesh, the pride of life, right? Is to catch your eye. What?
I had a scripture.
I haven't even went to mine. Hold on a second. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 21.
Go ahead.
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
So beauty is vain, right? We already been over that. You don't supposed to look at the outward appearance nor stumble because she looks this certain way. Now, this is a rhetorical question. So why did you get with her then? See? You see how you got nothing? Why did you get with him? Right? Why did you get with him? See, if you can't answer that, then you jumped in for the wrong reason. Beauty is vain. Right? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman. We know that. Read.
And desire her not for pleasure.
And desire not for pleasure. What about men? Go to Ecclesiastes 42, Ecclesiastes 42 and 12. What about men? What about a man? What way should we look at men as a woman? What way? Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 42, verse 12.
Go ahead.
Behold, not everybody's beauty.
There you go. You weren't supposed to behold everybody's beauty. Go ahead.
And sit not in the midst of women.
See? And the man wasn't supposed to what? Try to surround himself with women. Right, man? I just hang around with other men's wives, just other women randomly. The Most High said, don't do these things. Right? So we weren't supposed to look at everybody's beauty. Why? Because beauty is what?
Dang.
Yeah, and you get caught up into it. Guarantee you, whoever you watch online, you watch that person for a month. If you don't got no control on you, you'll flick through, you'll watch that person for a month, and then you'll start dreaming about that person. Beauty is vain, right? And what is catching you? It's not because that person is spiritual. It's because what? You're looking at the outward appearance. You see, that's why this whole world is geared towards breaking down the man and the woman to love the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. So what's crazy is we get that, but how many of our generations, our children are getting ammo to fight that mind state, right? But how many kids ain't? How many kids ain't? How many brothers and sisters ain't? How many so-called grown-ups, man, that don't even understand this? That's why you're ready to dump off one marriage and jump in the same bad marriage. You didn't change your mind. You didn't change your thoughts. You didn't change your spirit. But you're going to what? No, I'm going to get rid of this person. No, I can't deal with them. Why? Nothing's going to change to the next person till you change. Because, a little side note, a man shall cleave to his like. Why did you get with that? Because you are like that. You are like that. That's why you got with that. Right? So if you're a hoe, then what? If you deal with hoes, then you're what? You're a hoe. That's the spirit you got on you, the spirit of whoredom. Right? So the Most High is reminding us, don't deal with the outward appearance. Don't look at the outward appearance. That's not the way we could deal with someone and judge someone by the quality of their physical appearance. Y'all get that? Go to Ecclesiastes 9 and 8. And the one I wanted for men, hold on, let's do that one first. Go to Ecclesiastes 11 and 2. Ecclesiastes, that's the one I wanted to for the men. And then we'll go back to the 9 and 8. Because it applies to men as well. Same concept. The Most High throws us in here. When it speaks to the women, it speaks to the men. When it speaks to the men, it speaks to the women, right? Same thing. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2. Commend not a man for his beauty.
See? Oh, man, your jawline. Damn, look at this guy. Look at his shoulders. You know what I mean? Some is attracted by power, by looks, by, look at how he dressed, right? That's just how it is. And that's all what? Carnal. Vain. Those are things that, now think about it. You're looking at him by he dressed, his outward appearance, and you're getting all this from social media, right? But it's all fake. You realize he what? That ain't his car. He catfished you with every damn thing. Not only his face, but the damn car, the house, everything. And if he does have it, if he does have the physical things, right? Well, why is he showing them on social media? Maybe because they mean more to him than the spiritual things, right? That's what the world teaches us. Don't act like that's something new. The world teaches us how to what? Indulge yourself in the carnal things and love the things of the flesh. And majority of people get raised into that mentality and they glorify that nature, right? So this is the problem. Watch, read it one more time.
Commend not a man for his beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
Neither abhor him for his outward appearance. So same thing. At the time where you were supposed to look at that individual for the wisdom, right? You couldn't get to the wisdom or to the conversation because why? He's not my style. She's not my style. She's bland. She's whack. Right? Right? What is that? Why are you dressed with a dress all the time? Like, you know what I mean? Why you don't show your body? Right? That's what men do nowadays. Like, why? What's up with that? Nah, I'm going to go with the thigh. Where's the hoe at? I mean, this is literally the logic of the world. I know because I came from the world. We are in the world. And my daughter's still telling me the same thing. They're like, they hit her up like, what's up with why are you dressed like that? What do you mean, dressed like what? Covered up. Ooh. Okay, you sound weird right now. What you want to see? Like, pervert? But that's how they think. Because what is portrayed in the media, Kim Kardashian, this supermodel, this rapper, right? And they all, Yeah, the dirty girl summer, nappy-headed whole summer, right? And they what? They showing their body and all the fake products that they bought. Fake tit, fake breasts, fake lips, fake everything. And now what? I got an ego, right? All outward appearance. Same thing with the men. I mean, men are buying abs too now, right? They buying abs. And then you can get a little taller if you want, right? Break those legs, throw some extensions in. It might be only an inch or two, but still. 5'1" to 5'2", hey. Right? What? Yeah, fake beards. Right? Now men are getting what? The fake hair? Huh? You didn't know this was fake the whole time, huh? Does it look like real brains? You pull it off? But that's what the outward appearance, everything is geared. That's why I said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. See, what happens when we're coming out of the world, we start to look at these things for what they are. And that now we're pulling back the cover, we're really seeing that, damn, all these beautiful women outwardly, remember, what you might call beautiful, because that's only in your eyes, right? All these beautiful women, bro, her face looks swollen. What the hell are you talking about? Like, I be seeing some of these chicks online do all the plastic surgery. I'm like, you were fine with one thing. Now look at you. You look like the cat woman or whatever the hell she is. Yeah, you see little Kim? Oh my God. She just keeps doing it. Why? Because this society, the God of this world knows how to tap into the physical appearance to keep you locked into those things. And that becomes your nature. Right? That's why anybody tell you that watching porn, I'm like, bro, nah, don't be watching no damn porn. That's disgusting, and then it's going to get you into that madness. Right? Listen, once again, remember I told you about the stretching. you see the yoga chicks, like with no panties on. I'm like, why is this on here? Like, why can't you just stretch and show us the stretch? You gotta what? Your poon is all on the damn video. Right? Because everything's geared towards the lust of the flesh. And you fell for it. I fell for it. We fell for it. Right? So, this is going to make your dating, man, when you get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you realize that man, dating ain't going to be the same no more. If you ain't married, if you don't got a husband, you're like, man. And this goes to Israelite men too. Because they deceived you. The brother that was online, right, that said he was a Hebrew Israelite, he deceived you. Right? How do you know he deceived you? Because when he said, let's meet up. Message, like when he said, let's meet up, there's a problem there. No, I ain't gonna meet up with you because I already know. We've been talking on the phone, everything's been right. What you want to meet up for? No, meet up and have coffee. But don't y'all understand the game? And the women do the same thing. Y'all got to see what's going on. Beauty is vain. The outward appearance is vain. Go ahead. Read that one more time. And then we're going to jump to the other one.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2. Commend not a man for his beauty.
Go ahead.
Neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
And you weren't supposed to hate somebody, not be interested in somebody because their outward appearance. And you got that a lot too. You know, awkward couple. You be like, how the hell did he get with her? Well, a lot of times, that woman actually let her guard down and talk with the person. You get that too. Right? The awkward couple. But those are rare. Why? Because everybody's geared towards the outward and the physical appearance.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Comment.
What?
Question. So is it bad to look at the qualities they have that you need in your life, like more knowledgeable than you, or wants to help you see yourself in a better way? A good thing?
I don't understand that. Say it again.
So is it bad to look at the qualities they have that you need in your life, like more knowledgeable than you? Well, that's not physical. If you're looking at the qualities they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not looking at, oh, he's got good things.
That's what we're going into. Literally what we're going into is to show that's what qualities you're supposed to be looking at. Right? You're supposed to look at those qualities. The qualities of the spirit, wisdom, the valuable things in the individual. Right? This is why we fell short. Because you looked at the outward appearance and you didn't talk to them about the qualities that are really going to come after. Right? You didn't sit there with him or her and really start to understand, get to know this person. Right? How did you get to know them? Like, listen, y'all in the chat, y'all in here, tell me what conversations you had when you deal with when you first got together. I guarantee you, it wasn't like, listen, so you believe in the Most High? Right? Okay, you did that. You said that one time. I know what y'all doing. Well, I said that. That's what yeah. And every other damn conversation after that was what? Some garbage conversation that had nothing to do with really what we're finna engage in. You weren't trying to really learn each other. Right? Because then you would understand each other. Why the hell are you angry with each other now? Why are you upset with each other now? Why you can't lock into each other now? Why? Because there's something you didn't find out about this individual ahead of time. Right? That's the fact. You didn't find out. You didn't ask. Right? You didn't know. So, this is a problem. Read that Ecclesiastes 9 and 8.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Turn away thine eye from a beautiful
or beautiful man. So, in essence, do what? Read it again.
Turn away that eye from a beautiful woman.
See? Well, you're like, well, damn, because how do I get a wife then? So you trying to tell me I got to get none but ugly women? Okay. How about turn away your eye from what the world told you that was beautiful? Turn away your eye from what the world told you that was beauty. Right? Because you don't really even understand what is real beauty. Right? Physically. You just go off of what social media tells you.
Yeah, because like modesty is not
Yeah.
anything of value anymore.
Yeah, you like, bruh. Okay, so how many of y'all, don't try to get me though. Don't try to agree with me just because it's the moment, right? How many of y'all love makeup? Think it's fine with your red wearing makeup? Okay, how many of y'all, when you got with your red, she wore makeup? None. Okay, why? What was she wearing? So you never got with any woman that wore makeup. Okay, so don't play with me.
I thought you meant currently.
No, I don't mean currently. I mean, let's be real. Why did you, when you got with that woman, right? She didn't look like herself. She looked like somebody else. Right? You didn't say, listen, I want to see you without makeup. Listen, on the next date, don't come with makeup. Right? Let me see how you really look. Right? Because she don't look like that. I want to see your pores. Right? All that you put on your face to make you feel good. I want to know who I'm dealing with. Right? Don't pull your stomach all the way to hell in, and then when I get with you, your gut falls out. I looked at the one girl, she lost all this weight, and it's just meat hanging out. Somebody go get the door. She lost all this weight, and so quick that her legs are just fat and slob. Just skin. Yeah, I want to see that. Don't have me thinking like, whoa, you in shape, but you put all that stuff in and you faking it. See, that's what you get with. And then you get upset after she takes off her wig. You get upset after he, what? Comes in and realizes that what? Oh man, this guy don't got nothing in order. He looked like he had it together, but he doesn't. You're getting upset because we don't look past the physical things. Right? And that's what the world taught us. The world taught us, man, to look at these people and only desire them for their physical appearance, their beauty. You had your hand raised?
Oh no, I was just trying to.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
And look not upon another's woman.
And look not upon another's woman. Go ahead.
Or beauty.
Right, or beauty. Go ahead.
For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Yeah, many people have been deceived by the outward appearance, by the physical appearance of someone. And that's the problem here. That a lot of times marriages are disannulled because you really didn't get into the marriage for the right reasons. What? Oh, I thought you was going to say something. What's up?
That actually is actually bringing something to my remembrance. When COVID hit, you saw that people didn't even know who they really married or who they was in a relationship with, because there was more domestic violence that was going on during the COVID, because everybody was at home. Everybody was getting they didn't know how to deal with each other,
Right.
Because they didn't know who they really were dealing with.
Right.
So even their kids, they didn't even know their kids.
Right, because all we do is let America raise our kids. We let the job, that distance, I can deal with a person because I work from 9 to 5, basically, how much are you dealing with that individual?
Maybe 3 hours.
Maybe 3-4 hours a night. I could do that. But then when you really have to deal with an individual, and this is what marriage goes into. Actually marrying in. It's a uniting. Right? So now that we got this out of the way, the infatuation, the physical part, the outward appearance, yeah.
Just a question about, are we online?
Yeah.
Facebook or YouTube?
No, we're on YouTube.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, so now that we got past the physical outward, does anybody got any questions on that part? On the physical. We get that, right? Beauty is vain, right? The physical appearance, that's not going to help me in the long run, right? All right, so let's talk about this growing together, right? Growing together, this growing old together, this, that marriage, it says, so when we looked up marriage, right? Let me go back here. It says, to be one mind, to harmonize in opinion, right? And it says uniting. It says, then when you look up uniting, the act of uniting a man and a woman, no, this is actually in marriage. It says, the act of uniting a man and a woman for life. That's what marriage is. To unite a man and a woman for life. We don't have that no more. Why? Think about it. Think about these generations. Why we don't have brothers and sisters in 40, 50, 60 years of marriage? Think about it. How long have you lasted in your marriage? Now, don't talk about because y'all sleep in the same place. I'm talking about how long have your relationships last? Year, 2, 3, 6, 7, 12? That's a waste. 12-year relationship, you just wasted 12 years of your life and invested 12 years of your life. That's hurt. That's hurtful, man. It says, the act of uniting a man or woman for life, joining, causing to agree. Do y'all see the theme of this just in the definition? What's the theme? What?
It's either...
No, stand up and talk a little loud, sir.
So basically, it's either you want to or you don't.
Nah. Get what definition wise. What are we learning? What?
In a marriage, you have to be in one mind.
There it is.
And agreeing with each other.
Now, let's think about this. How the hell are you in one mind with somebody you don't know? You're never going to get in one mind with somebody you don't know. We know that just from a ministry standpoint. Why do you think we're always trying to do what? Shalom, brother, come around, huh? But it's like, bro, why you want me around? First of all, biblically, the scripture says, gather yourselves together, not forsaking the assembly. How sweet and how brother is you, right? We know that. We know all that, right? So it ain't no, brother like me. No, it's you won't be able to know me unless we're around each other. And we can deal with each other. So we're going to get into that. Go to another scripture that y'all know, but we're going to talk about this a little bit more. Let's go into this unity part, right? Ecclesiastes 25:1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 1.
Go ahead.
In 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautifully both before God and man.
And see, this is what brothers and sisters have to understand. In order to keep a marriage right? You gotta want to live under the beauty of the Father. I'm gonna say that again. In order to keep a marriage, you have to want to live under what the Father says is beautiful. Not what the world says is beautiful. Oh, she's dope. She's beautiful. No, what does the Father say is beauty? Right? Is it that booty? Huh? He's got a thick back, strong arms, right? No, what does the Father say is beautiful? Go ahead.
A man and a wife that agree together.
A man and a wife. No, read it from the top.
In three things I was beautified.
And what? Togetherness and unity and love, right? That's what's beautiful. Beauty is not, oh, he's my road dog, right? He's just there with me. Beauty is not, oh, he's taking up a seat, right? Just think about that. I always talk about this. Who wants a sexual partner that just lays there like a piece of dead fish? You're like, this is beautiful. We're making love. And she's like, get it over with. Please. You stink, you're nasty. Right? Who wants that? Yeah, with that face. Like, you smell face. Right? Who wants that? That really what brings the unity. Right? So brotherhood. A brother can be here, take up seats. Con, go ahead.
The love of neighbors.
Right, the love of neighbors. Anybody can be a neighbor next door. But he's talking about certain things. Love. Right? The love. The love of neighbors. Anybody can be a neighbor next door. Right? Well, who could you go chill out with and really talk to and really be a neighbor? I got a lot of neighbors. Y'all got a lot of neighbors. But they not neighbors, bro. Not biblical neighbors. You ain't going over there for a cup of sugar and a damn thing. Get your dogs off my damn yard. They keep coming in. They keep running out their yard. They ain't real neighbors. Like when it all goes down in your community, all those white folks on you, you gotta work around you gotta worry about them. And the black folks too. Why? Because they're all gonna panic. Their brotherly love ain't gonna be there. So look at the essential elements that the Most High is saying that He causes beauty. And when we get into these relationships, we will understand more what is needed as a husband and as a wife. That's what is going to beautify us. That's what makes her dope. That's what makes him dope. Right? It ain't what the world taught us. Right? It ain't what Offset and this crab. Right? It ain't what these yamps are telling us. It's what the Father says. Right? So love, the love of the brothers, the love of your neighbors. Go ahead.
A man and a wife that agree together.
That's beautiful. That's beauty. So I'm going to engage in this relationship. How do I know if this woman, right, is going to be in unity? Because that's the beauty. You see how now your whole attraction is destroyed, has to break down and rebuild back up. Your whole what you are attracted to is no longer the same. Right? Yeah, she looked good. He looked good. But are we going to unify? Are we going to be together in unity? That's what a marriage is. The marriage is literally unifying. Right? Now, check this out. Remember, it says to be one mind, harmonious. That's unity. Not just being there, harmonious. Right? We've been talking about it lately. Y'all know about double dutching, right? They what? Right? It's harmonious. One misstep, what happened? Pat, you hit that rope. Oh, done. Right? You're like, oh, let's get you around. Let's get the other one there. The other one is like, it's like music. It's harmony, right? In the house, right? When my house is in order, and it's moving in unity. It's harmonious. The kids, they move when they're ordered to, right? The babies, they stop crying for milk when we tell them to, right? The ribs, baby do this, they're moving. It's like music. Everything is moving in its order. Harmony. That's what unity is about. That's a real marriage. What we got ain't marriage in the world. You got what? Someone you putting up with. Because the morals are not built on the scriptures. So a man and a wife that are what? Agree. Agree to what?
Together.
Agree to what?
Together.
No, I'm asking y'all, agree to what? What, sis? To what? Con. One mind with what? The gospel. There is nothing else that's going to keep you in harmony but the gospel. That's the foundation. And that's what we have to agree with. Or else, I ain't got nothing to say to you. If I'm a man, and I'm coming to you, and I'm like, man, I want to get to know you better, my whole gear got to be towards, how do I understand this woman's mind to see if this is valuable. The morals of the commander-in-chief Yahweh is valuable. Damn, these kids come in crying. Y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all gotta see that has to be valuable to you. Right? Same thing with the woman. Is this man about the father? Remember, we want to get harmony. Harmony in what? The gospel. If the foundation ain't the scriptures, then there will be no harmony. Right? There's no foundation yet you can build on that is going to be like the foundation of Yahweh Shai. Now, what does that mean? And I'm not going to go through all those scriptures that we already go over. What does that mean as a man? When I finna date this woman, I want to see if she even knows about humility. Right? Wives, be obedient unto your husband. So let me ask you a question. What do you think about obedience to your husband? And she starts smacking and chewing gum and talking with her hands? I can't get with that. Right? Then the woman is supposed to be asking, hey, I see, Brother Shalom, I see you got, and remind you, you should only be trying to get with people in the gospel. This is for the single brothers and sisters. Single. Us that are married, you already messed that up. Because you didn't do that. You didn't get on the, I know the brother that met the sister on the social media site. We knew 3 months before they got together. He was like, yeah, I met this sister on the site. I'm like, okay, I'm going to treat Israelites the same way I do in the world. Swipe to the left, swipe to the right, right? And then what happens? You jump in a relationship and you regret it. Because she said she was a Hebrew. You said you were Hebrew. You guys agreed that Yahweh was the power. Right? That really messed you up. Because you got to look at each other and say, well, we did agree Yahweh was the power. But then now, when Yahweh start revealing each other, you're like, Is he the power? Like, is Yahweh the power? Now all of a sudden you what? You ain't a Hebrew no more. One minute you come to class learning and like, excuse me, brother, thus saith the Lord. Like, one minute you in the spirit, right? Excuse me, bro, I was studying. When the Lord came to me in my bedroom, it's like, but as marriage goes on, then it's like, what's up with her? She just don't know why. It's like, what are you talking about? She was coming to class harder than you. What happened? Oh, she didn't want to be committed, unified, harmonious, agree. Right? He didn't want to agree. Which is what? Stop being a damn whoremonger. Stop being a damn fornicator. He didn't want to agree with that. So what happened? Now you got these individuals. What the revealing is revealing where their hearts were from the beginning. So you got to watch Hebrews as well, because they're still wolves in sheep clothing. They throw on the damn zeets. They throw on the fringes for what? Just to say they're Hebrews. Now they can come up in the Hebrew community and what? Jump from woman to woman, man for man. Right? It's like that. Right? So, where are we at here? So, agreement. Agreement is very important, right? The Most High wants unity, love. The unity and the love brings agreement. Unity, love, for who? The Most High will bring what? Agreement. You see that? But we have to be unified in this, in the Word, right? This is what's going to keep us moving forward and growing together, right? Check this out. Go to Ephesians 4, verse 3. So that's what we're talking. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Endeavoring to keep the unity.
Right. So let's get into this. Marriage is all about endeavoring. Look up the word endeavoring. First of all, y'all looking at me like you already know what it meant. So look up the word endeavoring. You don't got a phone. Okay, look up the word endeavoring. I'm gonna show y'all. In order to keep a marriage, because that's what the question was about. In order to keep this marriage going and get love and unity, we gotta always endeavor to keep the unity. Go ahead, read that.
I got inspiring love or affection.
Oh, give me some more. Come on now. What you got?
Just change the definition.
Oh, did it? What you got? Go ahead, John.
To exert oneself to do.
To exert oneself to do. Go ahead.
Or to affect something.
Or to affect something. Okay, what else?
Okay.
What?
So I got endeavoring. Try hard to do or achieve something. All right. Attempt, virtue, undertake, aspire, aim, seek, set out, strive, struggle, labor.
Struggle. We have to labor and we have to struggle to keep the unity. You're married now. In order for us to be beautified in the Father, we got to struggle, aim, right? To be unified. This is no different from what we do as a body. This is the same thing in a relationship. You thought you was going to get in that relationship and there was going to not be no struggles. There was not going to be no battles. There was not going to be the things that we had to go through as husband and wife. That's marriage. That's a man and a wife coming together under the gospel and fighting and to continue to be together. What else you got?
The scripture says, contend, strive for the truth.
Right.
So we're in marriage. We got to strive for the marriage to be successful under Yahushua in the gospel. So
True. Very true. What? Who said? Who had their hand? What you got?
Another definition. It says earnest and industrious effort, especially when sustained over a period of time.
Right. Earnest and industrious effort, especially when sustained over a long amount of time, right? A period of time. That's what marriage is about. You're not gonna get in any relationship and not have to struggle, right? And laboriously work to keep this unity and brotherhood and sisterhood. Who had a best friend in the world? Yeah. Well, oh, damn. Okay. So y'all know about best friend. I never had a best friend. Y'all are my best friends, right? Yeah. But I never had the one person to say, oh, you know what? You know, we sit together. All the stuff I see, the corny stuff, like they know each other. Like,
I never had that.
Oh, you never had that? I'm talking about a real best friend. Yeah? Like right now, you still. This is how you know they're a best friend. You're in the truth now, and you're still trying to talk to that person like they got wisdom. That's what I'm talking about, best friend. Right, there you go. That's a best friend to him. Because that's the only one where you know he ain't telling you nothing right, but you still try to go to him and be like, yeah, man. That's how you know it was a best friend. So what's about this best friend, right? How did you get there?
Man, we was, bro. I guess all I can say is we've been through the mud.
Right?
Man, should have known him for about 10 years.
10 years.
Have
you ever fought?
Yeah. We got mad at each other. But,
right?
But then when you realize...
Have you ever did something to hurt him?
He done something to hurt me, and I think...
Have you ever slept with each other's women?
Not that one. I ain't gonna...
That didn't happen? Nah?
I didn't, but he...
But he did.
Yeah.
Okay. You see what best friends go through? See, I'm showing y'all something. You go through that with this individual in the world. What the hell you think got y'all close?
Got us close?
Yeah. What got you close?
Because we just dealt with the same stuff.
What?
And we worked it out. Like
You what?
We worked it out.
You worked it out. You forgave. Right? This is how you know that is a good friend. Why? Because, and now, my job, by worldly standards, all right? By worldly standards, because if he slept with your woman, right? Or if he did something like that, you were supposed to be like, bro, this ain't no friend. But remember, we're dealing with this moment just to make a point. Because that ain't no damn friend. Okay, but on worldly standards, it's a what? That was his best friend in the world.
But she was fair game too, so.
Right, of course, right? But that's what those moments, those situations, y'all endeavored and struggled. Right? And that's why you can say, oh, he gotta mean something for you to still name him right now. See, that's what unity takes. Right? This is what it takes, and this is what it's gonna take in a marriage, in a relationship. There's no all that I hit it, I got upset with her, we've been together 6 months and we can't get it together. There's no real love there. There's no real acknowledgement for the Most High's will there. There's none. You know what I mean? Like I tell brothers, but when I was in that mode, 25, 26, I was like, I didn't give a damn. I didn't respect. I didn't care. I was like, what? You tripping. You gotta go. Boom. I was dumping them off. There wasn't no you talking back, you following, or your ass is gone. Right? So I already know about that mode. There was no care. There was no real love in me. And that's the problem, is a lot of brothers and sisters, you jump in these relationships and you don't honor the will of the Most High. But you honor some damn wicked-ass friend. You honor some wicked-ass friend in the world that slept around. Well, you know, you pass each other's chick around, you're like, you'll honor that. But now you come together in Christ, and what happens? There's no honor. It's like, damn, babe, we've been together. No, see, I can't do this anymore. You can't do what? You can't honor the duty, the contract that you guys came together in the spirit of the Most High. So marriage is endeavoring. It's a struggle. Just like this brotherhood, right? It's a struggle. It ain't, oh, bro, he offended me. What happened to such and such? Oh, he disappeared. We don't know what happened. No, I just, you know, how I deal with people, it's like, oh, you ain't about the gospel. You ain't about real love. You still on nigga love, which is what? You step on my shoes 1 second and then now we got to fight. Right? That ain't real love. Our people don't got love in them. But real love is what? Doing everything the gospel says, which is endeavoring to keep. Read on. Read. Let's not quote it. Read.
Endeavoring to keep the unity.
Right?
Of the Spirit.
Of the Spirit. I'm not ready to abandon what we have in the Spirit of the Most High for something that can be forgiven, dealt with. What happened? Oh. I'm not ready for that. That always gets me with brothers, man. I was never like that. You know what I mean? But I told you, my new intro is going to be, I'm going to have to pull it up on the internet. You know what I mean? The thing is this. You never, you having to establish this love and this brotherhood. You never really understood, man, what it's going to take to keep it going. To keep a family, a house, brotherly love. But let's go back to this, though. How the hell you know how to do it in the world, though? Huh? How you do it with Shaniqua when y'all were both getting a train ran on y'all in the same room? Y'all were looking at each other, laughing with each other, and y'all were good with that. But you come to the gospel as what? You come to the truth as what? Nah, see, I'm the type of person, I can't deal with that. It's like, bruh, nah. This is the spirit that's supposed to keep y'all together. In the bond of peace. Right? In the bond of what?
In the bond of peace.
And the struggle is not abuse. Struggle is not neglect and selfishness of one person, and I gotta just put up and deal with it. That's not it. Struggle is not this person's doing crack, and I'm married to him, so gotta ride with him with that crack habit. Nah, that ain't it. We're talking about in the spirit, right? Okay. Like, she committed adultery. You can't be like, well, we married. I love her. Like, bro, she's everybody's girl, B. She's not your girl no more. Right? And same thing with him. He's running around whoremongering and fornicating. He's not bound to the spirit in the bond of peace. Right? And that's why a lot of times we don't got peace in the house. Because we're not locked into the spirit of the Most High, what keeps us unified. See, this ain't damn boyfriend, girlfriend, We're going to meet on the internet, and then we have sex for 6-7 months, and then you know what? I'm going to go be a hoe with another man. I'm going to go be a hoe with another woman. This ain't that. This is the Most High creating families, houses, unified children, right? Longevity. Show me where Abraham was hoeing around. Show me where Sarah was hoeing around. And they were like, 100 years, I can't do this no more. He was with her till she died. They were together to death do us apart. Remember that? When that really meant something, death do us apart. Right? But now it's like, nah. Because it's not in the spirit of the Most High. Y'all see that? Okay, read on.
Verse 4. There is one body.
There's what?
One body.
See, here's the question. In your house, we want to get to this agreement. But are you agreed that there's one body? Are you agreeing that, look, our house has got to be established on the house of the Father? These are conversations you were supposed to already have. That's supposed to be one body. They're supposed to be like, I'm bringing in all kind of defiled things into the relationship. That's why the Most High said, you don't supposed to be a whoremonger, and she don't supposed to be an adulterer. Right? And then we agreed, you don't celebrate Christmas, I don't celebrate Christmas. It ain't all of a sudden you tricked me, you got me in the bed, and now, I'm going to do what I want to do, Negro. Like, wait a minute, you said you didn't believe in that. Why all of a sudden that's coming in? That's why I said, y'all get into these conversations with these women and let them pull you down this emotional stream. Like, hold on a second. Are you a godly woman or not? All right then, what all this damn games? Let's go right back here. Let's deal with this. All that damn emotional. She want to pull out the violin and, you know what, don't talk to me, kindred. No, get your hand off me. I'm like, what the, bruh, let's sit down, let's open up this book. What the hell are we doing? Right? But some brothers can't do that. Why? Because you are not locked in to this. See, you're not locked into the gospel. So read that again.
There's one body.
There's what?
One body.
You were supposed to be endeavoring to keep the unity in the spirit and the bond of peace in one body. The Mashiach. Right? That's what it's going to take. It's going to take us locking in to the Messiah. Not what the hell you say. Not what the hell you feel. What the scripture says. Right. The body's Yahweh Shai. He died for us. Did we not to get... Are you still a Hebrew? Or are you a heathen? Okay. You believe. You still believe. Okay. I believe. You believe. We both believe. Well, then we can work this out. No, I don't think... Okay. Well, let me go through the Bible and show you that we can work it out. Right? We can get past this. Right? No, I don't think... See, okay, then you're not understanding what the Father wants then. See, that's why all these games that brothers and sisters play, right? Whether marriage or friendship or true brotherhood, it's because they don't want to submit to this word. Everything can be forgiven. Everything. Everything can be, a lot of things can be worked out. If you ain't killed that person, right? You ain't beating that person, right? You ain't traumatizing that person with that death, hurt, harm of the body, mind, or spirit. Things, it can be forgiven. Right? I'm already 20-something years in one to 20 in the other. And what it takes, endeavoring, struggle, work, love, unity, and care, above all, for the Most High. That's what keeps marriages together. Right? We're thinking about Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And one spirit.
And one what?
Spirit.
How many spirits we got in the house? Too many. There's too many spirits in the house. But who's bringing those spirits in? Because this ain't a man thing. This ain't, you know what, brother, you're going in on the women. No, we're going in on the women and the men. Because the men, what? As a leader is, so it was officers. So if those spirits got in the house, how they get in? Well, she won't sit down and listen. Why? When a man's ways please the Most High, he will make even his enemies be at peace with him. How come he made your rib at peace with you? What are you doing? What are you bringing in the house? Right? Why is she out of order? What's she doing? Right? What is she doing weird? Oh, you didn't establish a foundation. She still got friends in the world. She still hangs around with her ex. Right? She's doing that. I don't go out. What I heard on social media? No, it wasn't even on social media. It was actually my sister. My rib. She was like, yeah, her brother didn't like going out. So his woman would go out with other men, her friends, and hang out with them. That old Greco-Roman war, like, God, Edomitish, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what are we dealing with? Caligula? She goes out. Yeah, he'll stay home. It's literally, y'all let white people run your lives. Like, who the hell told you that you could do that? But what happens is that it ain't one spirit in the house. It's multiple spirits. It ain't one father. And that's the problem. That's the problem when it comes down to endeavoring to keep the unity. Remember, we're talking about the unifying of a marriage. How did we get there? How do we get to unify this marriage? It's got to be this. Listen, you remember when Tobit? It was Tobit, him, his rib, their parents, right? When they signed a contract, we've been here many a times. When they signed that contract, it was an agreement. When you sit down and you deal with this woman, and you guys come together and say you believe in the Mashiach, you come together in an agreement. You can't play games with that. Unless you're fake and phony. Unless you're a fraud. And then that's a whole nother topic, right? But you can't play games with that. We got to be under the bond of peace and the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Even as you are called. In one hope.
In one what?
In one hope.
Go ahead.
Of your calling.
You're going to read down to verse 6 and then jump to 15. Go ahead.
One Lord.
One what?
One Lord.
Yeah, well, there ain't no, you know what? You believe in the Muslims this week. I believe in it like Islam this week. And you believe in what you want to do. And y'all start compromising with these weak-ass individuals, man. And that's why your whole house be sick. There's no compromising in my house. When I got with my ribs, they had to bow to the word or roll. Simple as that. I didn't get with them on the auspices of, you know what, maybe, I did that when I was 16. When I was scared, and she couldn't believe I was a child when I did that. When I grew up, it was, look, this is what the scriptures say, you rolling with that. Yeah, okay, dump that weed out. You not going to clubs no more. Put this dress on. This is what the word says. No, Shemai, shut the hell down. You're going to do this. We're going to lock into this. This is the way. They couldn't tell me none because they weren't in the gospel. I taught them. Right, Shalom? I tell you to this day, I hadn't even picked up a damn Bible. Right? I never dealt with all that. But she learned it from me. So she came in and had to dump all that. You see that? The problem is y'all compromise, you play around, you let her pull out the damn violin, play with your heartstrings, and bro, this is the way the scriptures say, are we not on the same path? We are? Okay, well then, you got to snap out of that. Let's get back on track, right? Go ahead.
One faith.
One what?
Faith.
One faith. You believe, right? Yeah, okay. So I messed up. I'll work on that. I tell my ribs like that all the time. I messed up. You know what? I'm going to pay attention to that. You know what I mean? But that don't give her the right to be like, she's tactful enough to now not act like she's the man of the house. You know what I mean? Me and Shawashina the other day, I snapped at her or something. I said, I apologize for snapping at you and being short with you. She didn't come back and say, good, because. She said, no, I apologize. I got to learn how not to do this and that and that. That's peace, harmony. That's the faith. You see that? That's faith. That's the harmony. In chaos, we can bring it right back in what? Harmony. Why? Because she submits to the gospel, and I'm submitting to the gospel. So I'm acknowledging, you know what? I can't be a lion. I got to watch how I move, right? Because sometimes I get in my mode, and I'm short, like, nah. Right? And they be like, oh, shit, he's on that. Right? But they're like, let me not offend. Not like, oh, man, okay, you the man, I'm the man too. You pull out your meat, I'm going to pull out the dildo, right? They don't get like that. They know, okay, let me make sure we're working together because we're in one faith. We believe in one thing. How many times we got to pull 1 Peter 3:1? How many, like, we got to do this all the time? Well, what do I tell you young brothers all the time? When your rib get out of order, what do I tell you to do? Go right to 1 Peter. I don't got to go nowhere. Why I got to go to Revelations breakdown? The white man's the devil breakdown? No. We're going to go to 1 Peter 3:1, which you're supposed to be learning. Right? No, I'm not. I'm saying that, are we guiding the house according to the commandments, the laws, the rules, the faith of the Most High? That is what's going to unify us. Women got to be the same way. They got to be ready to be unified in the spirit. Okay, you're right. The scriptures do say this. You want to what? Hold a grudge. Ain't no holding. You're not understanding this? That in the Bible, in the gospel, we don't hold grudges. So check that off there. You're violating this. Like, no, I'm hold that one. No, that's not what the scriptures say do. I can't hold a grudge against you. Me and my ribs, we don't hold grudges. We're like, no, we deal with it. No, listen. This is what happened. You're not going to sit around all salty and mad for a week. But we got things to do. Especially with me, I ignore that the whole damn time and still give you orders. Listen, you mad? Yeah, get this done. Get that done while you're mad. I ain't got no time for that. We got things to get done. Right? But luckily, they're mature enough to say, okay, no, I'm going to shake this. We're going to talk about it. We're going to communicate. I'm going to endeavor to keep the unity. Struggle, toil, work to keep the unity. This is what keeps a marriage, a house, a family together. All the things that we don't want to do in the world, which is face each other, deal with each other, forgive each other, love each other, have compassion on one another. Right? All these things keep the unity in the bond of peace. This is marriage. And guess what? You know why this is no different from the brotherhood? Because we all do the same thing. When we marry in with each other, we got to forgive each other, work with each other, look over each other's mistakes, right? Not get irritated with each other. Only time when you get irritated with each other to that point, there's an issue. Somebody's moving out of the spirit. You know what I mean? Like you just want to let that linger. Like, nah, like the brother put the cookie in the jar and waited to see what brother was gonna eat it? Like, what are you in hip hop Atlanta, bro? Like, you playing damn street games. It's so sad. I'm over there licking my fingers like, yeah, I ate it. I thought y'all left it there for me. Not really, but that's what I'm like, this is not a game. Like, stop playing games with each other. This is about working together, being together. And if somebody makes a mistake and eats the cookie out the damn drawer, you're not going to be like, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm done with this. Like, you done with what? Applying the Bible, applying the scriptures, forgiving, long-suffering. You're going back into the worldly mind. His eye shall be evil towards his brother. His eye shall be evil towards his wife. We're not in that no more, right? One God, one Son, one faith, right? Go ahead.
One baptism.
One what?
Baptism.
Yeah, are we constantly washing together? Bro, you studying what you read. You study. Do y'all read? No, we don't study. We don't read. Well, you ain't taking showers together. Well, when you want to get butt naked and jump in the shower together, you're doing that? You're doing all the carnal stuff, but the spiritual stuff has to be merged in. Because if not, your house ain't founded on true unity, true beauty. Y'all see that? That's the beauty. Right? It ain't about the physical, man. The physical things fade literally 6 months later. You get on that high, and I'm saying that's a good high. The 6 month high, whew, right? It faded. Then it's like, we need to pay this bill. You got me pregnant. This needs to be done. That needs to be done. The high we got to get on is the spiritual high. That keeps a marriage going. Then you can still look at each other when you get old, washed up, whacked. Then you can still love each other, look at each other, and be like, you know what? That's my chubby wife. I love her. You know what I mean? Oh, that's my broke down husband. You know what I mean? I love him. That's what keeps the unity, the bond, the peace, right? The love. Go ahead.
One power.
What?
One power.
Go ahead.
And Father of all.
Read.
Who is above all. And through all. In all.
Right.
And in you all.
And in us, supposedly, right? He's supposed to be in us, right? Well, if we do his will, right? Go ahead.
Verse 15.
Go ahead.
But speaking the truth in love.
See, and this is now, remember, we're talking about how do we continue and build this marriage? We got to be able to speak the truth in love. If you are in this relationship and I can no longer speak the truth to you, the love of the gospel, now we can no longer be unified like the Most High wants us to be. There should be at no part as we unified in this marriage that I'm like, let's get your Bible. Let's get the Bible. Or she's like, well, babe, could you show me in the scripture? No, I ain't showing. It's like, all I did, babe, was ask for the scriptures. Once she said get the scriptures, you're supposed to be smiling. Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's get it. Let's go to it. Because we are building off of what? This. But once you can't speak the truth in love in a relationship, it's done. You're letting Satan in. You get what I mean? It's done, meaning that you're starting to go outside and open the door to go right back out there in the worldly mind state, worldly thought process. You understand that? So we have to build our marriage off the values of what the Father is saying. Endeavor to keep that unity. Go ahead.
May grow up into him.
See, may what?
May grow up.
May what?
Grow up.
The marriage can do what?
Grow up.
The brotherhood can do what?
Grow up.
The sisterhood can do what?
Grow up.
Grow up. You gotta grow the hell up. And I tell the young brothers all the time, as a young man, you be in a young mind, ready to cut them off quick, ready to douse them with fire, right? But you gotta grow up. You gotta know. She needs what? Nourishment, water, washing, cleansing, right? As newborn babes, that's what you're supposed to be learning, right? So you gotta grow up. Then the women, they gotta what? You gotta grow the hell up. You gotta grow up too. It can't be no, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I'm gonna go find me a sucker for love ass nigga that's gonna bow to me. You gotta grow up. Because ain't no man out there going to bow down to you the whole time. He gonna do it till he hit it. Then he gonna be like, nah, I can easily go on Tinder and get somebody else. Right? So you gotta grow up. And it takes us doing what together? Growing up together. You understand? If we're not growing up together and maturing together, then, oh bro, come on, let me tell y'all about that. What do we talk about all the time when you're growing up and your rib is still a trooper? Where's that relationship gonna go? If she's not growing like you, then you guys are gonna be at two different stages always. 2 or 3 or 4. Let me say it like this. Let's look at this. If you are above 1 stage, 2 stages, that's fine. But if she's still at the beginner stage and you are moving eons past that, there's a problem. There's supposed to be a pace behind you. Right? And I'm not saying y'all can't be matched. I'm not saying you can't be matched. Because your rib can be right there with you. Right? But from my experience, the women they be behind 1 pace or 2. Right? But I'm not saying that sister can't be right there with you in order, locked in. It can happen. But we need to build this relationship based on these values. Now, who's capturing what I'm saying in the spirit of the Most High? Who's getting this? Y'all getting this? Tell me what you're getting, Miles.
You want to continue to grow together.
Mm-hmm.
So you're applying and you're growing, but you want to make sure that your rib is also growing with you.
Right?
It's not just about you.
Right? It's not. But now, here's the other side. Your rib got to open up her eyes and make sure she's growing with you. She can't be the type of woman that be like, yeah, I see you over there, and? I see you. You growing. Good. Oh, what you doing? Studying. Okay, I'm going to be over here doing what I'm doing. Like, if she's like that, she's never going to grow up. And if you let her be like that, then it's your fault. It's your fault when you let her be like that. So yeah, you guys got to grow up together. But your job as a leader is to do what? Bring her along. Her job as an individual is to jump and understand that what the Father wants her to do as a woman in the spirit of the Most High. That she can't ride your coattail to the kingdom of heaven. So she has to gain those values as well to get to the kingdom of the Most High. It ain't just, you know what, every step of the way, I gotta ride his coattail. No, that's just in the beginning. Babes desiring the sincere milk, you're giving him the milk, right? Isn't that what we do with kids? Huh? The newborn is getting the milk now. Eventually, he should walk, talk, eat by himself, right? But if he doesn't, what's the problem? No. If he doesn't, what's the problem? He's retarded. He's retarded. And I know I'm using he's special needs. Right? If he's not growing up, like we're feeding our baby the bottle now, right? Eventually, right, his hands got to work to grab that bottle. But if he's 2 years old and you still holding the bottle for him, this is something going on here. Right, there's something going on here. Now, if he's 3 years old, right, and he's not eating the food the proper way, there's something wrong with that person. It's the same thing with us. When we come back and look at all of us, if somebody's not growing in the spirit and we're not growing up together, we got to reanalyze and be like, what's going on with that brother? What's going on with that sister? Everybody else is growing up, getting older, eating, consuming. Why is this person slow as hell? Right? And that's what all of us as Hebrew Israelites got to look into ourselves and say, husbands and wives. So your wife got to be able to come back and say, damn, I'm not growing up. This guy is moving and doing things, and I'm still what? Sitting around trying to play little girl games and control him. Right? And he's like, I got things to do. I ain't got time to play your game. Right? She got to grow up too. Then the man got to grow up. He can't be playing the little boy games and what? Still running around being deceptive, lying, deceiving, right? Jumping from women to women, right? Okay, what verse are you at?
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15.
Okay, that it says, may grow up, go ahead.
Into him in all things.
Go ahead.
Which is the head, even Christ.
Right, so this is how we're going to get there. It's got to be an endeavoring, a continual working towards, building up. Y'all get that? Ephesians 4:13. What's that?
That word endeavor. It's a physical and a mental exertion.
Right.
So it's not just the bare minimum, okay, I'm doing the work mentally and physically. No, you got to do it to an exertion where you're exhausted.
Right.
Physically and mentally.
And that's what marriage is. We're constantly working together. And you shouldn't get, if you truly love an individual, like we love you. I love you. And I don't love you. Remember, don't get emotional now. But I love you like you're supposed to be loved, like we supposed to love our people. Which is what? You can come to me and you act dumb as hell. You say dumb things. You can be disrespectful, right? You can do things wrong. But my love is not contingent on your mistakes. Right? If that was the case, Yahweh Shai would have been done away with our ass. So I love you to be able to look past those things and still keep putting love into you. That's love. Let's take it back. When you love your children, do you not do that? That's the love of the Father, what He gave to us. That's love. Y'all don't understand what real love is until you can actually ride and die for that brother or sister. I'm riding and dying for the nation. Now, granted, a lot of people ain't riding and dying for us, but that don't mean nothing. We're doing it for the Most High in the spirit of unity and the bond of peace for the nation, right? Right. But that's what love is. Who the hell loves you when they won't even want to deal with you? Who the hell loves you when they can't even look at you in the face and be truthful with you? See, all those worldly things that you deal with and that you learned is garbage. It's trash. And that's why our relationships are trash. marriages are trash because you let the white man puppet master you. You got to say it. You got to grab your rib's hand and say, listen, we're not going to let the white man rule us no more. The devil cannot, the devil is not welcome here. And he's not going to rule us no more.
That's right.
That means what? you what?
You shall not pass.
Right. Listen, that means the Netflix series aren't going to have a power over your logic. Huh? Oprah Winfrey's documentary is not going to lock you into some whack logic. Right? Will Smith's speech, Jada Pinkett round table, that doesn't have any bearing on me. The R&B songs, like when Rihanna, you get in the car and you talking with your hands to yourself and singing out loud in the car, that doesn't have power over you no more. Huh? That's a powerful one, right? Songs, yeah. The damn rap music and R&B music. See, it's supposed to be about the Father. Okay? 4:13. Read that.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 13. Till we all come in the unity of the faith.
And we do this till when? Until we come to the unity. Like, look, I haven't given up on you. I just met you. We've known you how long?
I'd say about a year.
A year. I haven't given up on you. We literally don't give up on nobody. The only way we try to give up on you is when you disappear. We can't do nothing. We can't. Hey, Shalom, fall in line. Where you at? You gonna get this loving. No, I haven't given up on you. We haven't given up on y'all. Y'all are, remember, from a worldly mind, strangers, right? No matter how much mistakes you made, we're still what? Working with you. Now, me, being a man that is not your blood, being a man that is not related to you, how much more were you supposed to do this for your wife, your family? You see how we don't know true love in the nation? We're supposed to do all these things, the unity, the growing up, the endeavoring, the love, that bond, till we come to the unity of the faith. You gotta work this out with your rib and work together with each other, right? Till y'all see eye to eye. And it takes work. It takes you what? Sitting down, communicating, talking, letting things go. Rough patches. It's rough patches. My relationships ain't been peaches and cream. Oh, we chaos. We met at 20, I was 20 something. They were younger than that. You know what I mean? Chaos. But this is what kept us together. Me establishing the gospel. And then little by little, you can start chipping away at the folly, the foolishness, the craziness. Right? Counsel helped us. We're brothers. Right? Seriously. Counsel helped us keep that unity and the bond of peace. You know what I mean? It wasn't hard. It wasn't easy. They didn't come in and I didn't just all of a sudden have it all together because I had the Bible. You know what I mean? So a lot of brothers got to bear witness to themselves. Hey, you got the Bible, but you literally don't know how to apply it as best ability, to your best ability. I had the Bible. I had a lot of scriptures. But I didn't know how to apply the Bible in a home environment, in a wife environment. So it takes us working together, growing up, till we come to the unity of the faith. If this is at the forefront of our mind, then we're going to do that. If you got some ulterior, adulterous motives, that you just want to bounce to the next woman, or you just want to bounce to the next man, then you're not going to grow together, like it just said in Ephesians 4 and 15. Excuse me. Go ahead.
And the knowledge of the Son of the Most High.
See, that's what we're supposed to be working towards. Bro, are you, like, think about it. Let's go back to this. There's certain brothers that we're trying to get through to your thick ass head. We're trying to get you to understand certain things. But we're trying to take our time to do that. Because we can't hold you down. We can't put a gun to your head. But we know, soon as you get this, you're going to fly. Right? You're going to be the, oh wow, that cat is going to be cold. But what do we got to do? Be patient. Be long-suffering. There's so many scriptures I could have threw in here, but I ain't got a time. I'm already out of time. But patience and long-suffering. You understand that? We're patient with you, and we're what? Watering. Little by little, he's going to do it. She's going to do it. Watering. Y'all get this? How much more with your rib? How much more with your kids? How much more with the ones you love? Y'all understand? What's that?
There's a question online.
Yeah.
Can you chip away at the dirt if y'all don't have unity or are not working in the same mind?
No. No. You cannot chip away at, none of that's going to happen. That's why when I looked up the word marriage and it said unity, unifying, harmonious, that's the major point, key, essential element. Because when you're not in unity, go, and I didn't have this in here because they're the obvious ones we always pull, right? Go to Amos 3:3. Right? Amos 3:3.
Amos chapter 3, verse 3.
And this is why I say no. Because if you don't got unity, right? Go ahead.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Can we walk together except we be agreed? Now the other one's in Matthew's, right? Okay, read, where's that at?
3 and 24.
3 and 24? Read that. Mark 3 and 24.
Mark chapter 3 verse 24.
Go ahead.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself,
Go ahead.
that kingdom cannot stand.
It can't stand. Now, that being said, listen to this. That being said, are we giving the other person the chance? Right? Are we giving the other person the opportunity? I gave my ribs the opportunity that much more when I seen that, damn, my leadership was questionable. So I had to say, wait a minute, if I'm making mistakes, damn, they gonna make mistakes. Right? So, to answer the question, no. But that's if they're fixed in this mode of, I ain't learning, I don't want to hear you. Well then, you can't do nothing. Right? And Paul said what? If they be willing to depart, let them depart. The Most High got there's no judgment on you when a person don't want to hear. Right? You can't do nothing. What are you going to do? Put a gun to her head? No, you're going to believe in Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said no. That's not how we do things, right? If she don't want to humble, you got to say, if he don't want to humble, listen, I'm on this. I'm not changing from the word. You can't do nothing.
That's right.
So that's why the answer is no. Right? Was that it? Okay, we read that question again.
Can you chip away at the dirt if y'all don't have unity or are not working in the same mind?
Yeah. See? You need unity. You need, in order to, remember everything we're going over, it says, to live in concord or without contention. It says, to approve, to admit, followed by, to. It says, where we at? Oh, unity. You're right. It says, growing together. The growth, long-suffering through the good and bad. This showing that you have real love and dedication for each other in marriage. You see? That's what it's about. So yes, unity has to be, but remember, unified in what? We have to agree with this. You can't get with a devil worshiper and they be like, well, she's just out of line. She told you she believed in the devil, brother. Right? She told you she believed in the devil. Right? Then you would get some that try to do what? All of a sudden they don't believe in the gospel no more. Why? Because they don't want to be committed to the word of the Most High. So they got to what? Abandon ship some way. Right? What else?
So without unity, it fails?
Without unity, everything fails without unity.
Verse 25.
Go ahead.
And if the house be divided against itself,
Go ahead.
that house cannot stand.
Cannot stand. That's why the scriptures is constantly reminding us that we have to be unified. Right? Go read that again.
And if they have
No, Ephesians 4:13.
Ephesians chapter 4 verse 13.
And then somebody give me Colossians 3 and 13. Go ahead.
Till we all come in the unity of the faith.
See, it gotta be unity. If you're not listening, the scripture before said endeavoring to keep the unity. Till we come to the unity, it gotta be unified. Go ahead.
Of faith.
Of faith, go ahead.
And of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High.
Go ahead.
Unto a perfect man.
That's what's getting me and my wife perfect together is what? Unity.
That's right.
In Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
If we're not unified in Yahweh Shai, there ain't no unity, bro. Look at these marriages. They break apart. They fall apart. Why? Because they're not built on the principles of the gospel. Love, long-suffering, forgiveness, no grudging, letting things go. Mistakes can happen. Helping each other up. Right? All these things are essential elements. Go ahead.
Unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach.
What would Jesus do? What would Yahweh Shai do?
That's right.
Right? He's the head of the church. And maybe we'll go over this in part 2. And how is he dealing with his wife? Right? Go to read Colossians 3:13.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 13.
Go ahead.
Forbearing one another.
What?
Forbearing one another.
And that's what it takes. In order to really love and show care and show commitment to the body, your wife, your husband, you gotta what?
Forbearing one another.
So let's go back to what I said. There's things you do. There's things I do. That we what? Forbear. Right? We forbear one another. That's real marriage. Right? Like I told y'all before about Shalamaya, right? She was like, you talking about a neat freak. But she had to forbear. But what I didn't get a chance to say, or maybe I did last time, not only did she have to forbear, but I had to come back and yield too. Now, did we not read that? Marriage was you yielding or to come to a compromise of differences. So she was a neat freak to where it irritated her and it threw her out of the spirit. So I had to show her, look, I get it. Do all things decently in order. That's the right mind. But when you're letting it get you to where when the kids put this here, and it throws you off the spirit, then now you're inordinate with that. Now, I'm not saying let them be dirty. I'm saying understand that we got to bring them to that point, the unity of the faith. And she had to understand that, damn, okay, it's not about me giving up everything, but I have to understand who I'm dealing with. My kids, they're messy as hell. They're dirty. I just got to be on them. And that's what I'm working with Shawashna and Shalamayan all the time. Which is what? Train up a child. Tell them. Lead them into the way that they need to go. You see that? You can't give up on it. You got to constantly keep showing them. You see? They had to compromise with the kids. We have to compromise with the kids. We have to compromise with them. So I didn't be like, you know what? Nah. F your neatness. I threw my socks in the air, drawers in the corner. No, I had to be conscious and condescend, right, as well, and say, you know what, damn, let me not be so much messy. She wants the cabinets closed. She wants this, the toothbrush and the toothpaste. She wants it. It's like neat. I'm like, and I'm still trying that. Okay, let me not make sure the bathroom is dirty. Let me make sure I pick my stuff up. Because I'll throw it off and what? Wait till they get it. Right? Now I'm conscious of her. We're conscious of each other. That's a marriage. Right? But she's not walking around, see, nigga, didn't I tell you to put your socks up in there? See, you doing it again, Kazakia. She ain't doing that. What she had to do is fall back and be like, calm. And then I'm not like losing it on her when she brings it up. I'm like, you're right. Let's get on it. Let's get on this. Let's work together. Right? There's a consciousness, awareness that we're working. We're a team. MJ. You know what I mean? Scotty. Right? We're a team. Right? What? Go ahead.
Isaac said, his question says, unequally yoked. And that's all it says.
Right. Being unequally yoked. But that's why it's important, let me say this, that the man establishes the example from the door. Because if not, it says if you teach her the evil lesson, then you got to go back and fix the lesson you taught her. That's your fault. So, remember, I'm going to give y'all correct wisdom according to the scriptures and knowing how our people deal. Every man ain't coming in clean, and every woman ain't coming in clean. So the man got to be conscious that, bro, the way you started out was way off. Now she's like catching up, and then she's like remembering all the stuff you did wrong. You gotta come correct. But yes, being unequally yoked can destroy, it can be a struggle, right? And the struggle what? Will divide. There should be a struggle. We should already know what? God, Christ, man, woman, children. That should be our foundation. There is no question about that, right? Now, if the man ain't establishing that, then now you know why your household is out of order. If the woman ain't establishing that, now you know why your household is out of order. That's just the way it is. What else? What's the other one?
So that will fall under going into acceptance?
Who's that talking?
Precious.
I don't know what she means. Dumb it down to me, sis. What do you mean acceptance? Acceptance to what? What part?
And then she has a comment after that saying, okay, so letting the Most High guide or Bible guide you through everything?
Yeah. Letting your husband guide you. Letting your husband guide you through everything. Why? You say, well, really? Let him guide. Well, how about if he's making the wrong decision? Then the Spirit will check him. It's not up to you. Right. I always give y'all the highest warnings. If your husband's saying, listen, go sell that ass on the block. Okay. I know he's not saying that. Check. Let's smoke crack together. Okay. No crack. Check. Let's pop these pills together. Let's go worship Baal together. Check, check, check. Nothing. So what is he telling you to do? Method. It all comes down to method. It's what you like as opposed to him, and that's when his leadership is supposed to go. It's that corporation. If you're the manager and the CEO comes and says, listen, do it like this, you don't be like, well, I'm a manager, how are you going to tell me to? No, you're going to be like, okay, that's the way it goes. Go. It's not compromising your soul or your spirit, so do what your husband says. Letting the Most High guide you. Now, the husband has to be conscious to do what? Okay, get your Bible. Let me show you that the Father is leading us.
God.
But if you're constantly like, oh, Mary had a little lamb.
But baby, I'm saying.
Yeah. But like you're doing all that and you stuttering, she's gonna be like, well, I need you to lead. You gotta be like, okay, well, let's get the Bible. Let me lead then. This is what the scriptures say. So, very important. Good questions. Good questions on that. Go ahead, read on.
Forgiving one another.
Go ahead.
And if any man have a quarrel against any.
Right, wait a minute. So, read that again, I'm sorry.
And forgiving one another.
Right, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. This is marriage. Right, and you know, this word applies to any aspect of the body marrying into each other, right? Because for us as a body, as a brotherhood, these principles are still applied. We got to forbear one another, and we got to do what?
Forgive one another.
You can't hang everything over her head. Shalom, I don't think this is going to work out. Like what? Well, yeah, she's just tripping. Like, bro, come, relax. Relax. It's going to be all right. You know, I'm done with him, sir. I just can't deal with this no more. What's going on? Well, let's talk about it. You don't got to be ready to abandon ship on every emotional tangent. And I'll be the first to tell you, I was there too. I just told you, I would dump them off like nothing. Your ass is out of order. I'm not hearing that. But that's not the mind. That's not the mind of Christ. That's an erratic, uncontrolled, no care, no love, no dedication, no commitment mindset. That's not a marriage. You literally are not respecting your marriage. So you got to fall back and be like, okay, she's acting a fool. Okay, he's not acting himself right now, right? How do we get this together, right? Let me condescend, right? Read on.
And if any man have a quarrel against any.
Okay. Jump for there. Read on. Finish that.
Even as Hamashiach forgave you.
Right.
So also do ye.
Right. So also do ye. Yeah, look at the little basic elements the Most High throw in there. How many times your rib got out of order? Right. Your husband do something that's wrong and you're ready to what? You're not ready to forgive. Marriage takes forbearing, forgiveness. This is going to keep us growing up together. Now, read down to verse 15.
Verse 14.
And above all these things.
What?
And above all these things.
Read.
Put on charity.
Put on what?
Charity.
What do we need?
Charity.
What is charity?
Love.
Where's the love at? Where's the love? Where's the respect? When you love one another, you respect each other. Damn, I don't want to make him feel like that. Let's talk about it. That's what marriage is about. Damn, I don't want to make her feel this way. You know what I mean? Babe, I apologize. I'm sorry. But this is why I did that. Right? And she's tactful enough to come back and say, you know what? I apologize too. See, you can't do that with a nigga wife. Right? Yeah, babe, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you should be. See, that's what I'm saying. Then you can't, you got to deal with her different. You got to show her in another way. Because she don't have no tact or no respect or no discipline. You think I'd be telling my wife I'm sorry if she was like that? Hell no. Because the whole beginning of the relationship, she wasn't getting I'm sorry. Why? Because she didn't know how to deal with I'm sorry. Right? They didn't know how to deal with that. That would have been what? Oh, it's perfect time to control this ninja. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, you sorry, you should be. Yeah. Right? Nah, it ain't going to be none of that. She respects me enough to know, okay, he's sorry. I'm sorry. Let's work it together, right? Go ahead.
Which is the bond of perfectness.
Which is the bond of perfectness. Check that out. Don't you want your relationship there?
That's right.
Right? What's that perfectness, right? What is that? What's that pinnacle point where you want to get to in your relationship? Don't say making love in Hebrew. You know what I mean? You make love and the angels start singing, right? That's not the bond of perfectness. Right? What is the bond of perfectness you want to get your relationship? There's no wrong answer to this. I just want to hear it. What is the bond of perfectness? What? One mind. Harmony. Okay, what else? Asa?
Oh, just her following your lead.
Right?
You know, when you're not there, she's making the same
Decisions as you.
same judgment.
The corporation don't change the same. There you go. Y'all got it. Go there. Go to 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. This is where we supposed to be wanting to get our marriage to. Husbands and wives. Right? Remember, Yahweh Shai is the lead. We can't forget that. We're not talking about no niggerism, no worldly mind state, no worldly relationships. We're talking about the gospel. Alright? 1 Corinthians 1 and 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Now, I beseech you, brethren,
right,
by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
He just said it. When I leave the house, my voice is supposed to be heard as though I'm there. Right? That we all speak the same thing. When Asa goes to Houston, he's not like all of a sudden throwing a red rag and be blood walking in the mall. We know that, right? He's speaking the same thing. He's headed to Rochester. He ain't gonna go over there next you know, like, who'd y'all sit over here? Who is this guy? Right? He's gonna go over there. He's trustworthy. We know we all speak the same thing. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be in the household. When you leave, your rib is supposed to be a representation of you. But that's why it's your job to train them up and to teach them. If not, they won't know. If you're nodding and laughing and giggling and acting like they're cute and they're rebellious as hell, they're not going to learn anything. You got to be the teacher. Go ahead.
And that there be no division among you.
See? That's where we're all supposed to be working together. That you be perfectly joined together. Right? Go ahead.
That ye be perfectly joined together. In the same mind.
In the same what?
In the same mind.
Right. Read.
And in the same judgment.
When I make a decision, say now I got to address the sisters at this point. You can take a seat. The same mind and the same judgment. But if you're always questioning his judgment and his leadership, you're never going to get there. You're never going to get there if you're always questioning his leadership. You're always going to be at damn odds. That's the problem. So if you want to come together in the unity of faith, you got to do what? Why are you doing that? You should be figuring out why your husband's judgment is the way it is. Stop yelling and asking him, and you know what? Never mind. It's just going to be your way. And ask him, baby, why'd you do it like that? Just like us as officers and leaders, we talk to each other. AI, why? He's real good for that. Why'd you do it like that? That's perfect. Because that way we have an answer. We are held accountable that it's not some weirdo stuff. And then he gets the information the proper way. Oh, this is the why. This is the why. You see that? It's your job as a husband to show her why your judgment, so she can learn to appreciate your judgment and your leadership. Now, women, you have to understand, it ain't going to be your way. It's going to be his way and his outlook and his insight on things till you come to the unity of faith. But when you come in that same mind and the same judgment, in the spirit of Hamashiach, then what's going to happen? Like the brother said, you're going to leave. Your kids are not going to be doing something weird when they get back, like wearing dresses and lipstick. Because why? She followed your lead. Y'all see that? On everything. Finances. Cleaning the house. Dealing with the brothers and sisters. Now, all of a sudden, you leave, your rib's a whole different woman, right? And then now, it's like, bro, you left and she done lost it. Right? No. She's the representative for the house of Bacchadus. Right? That's how it works. That's how it should work with all of us. But we have no unity. We have no love. We not worried about the bond of peace as husband and women. Y'all get this? Okay, go ahead.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 15.
Go ahead.
And let the peace of the Most High rule in your heart.
See, when are we going to get this peace and tranquility? When we come to the unity of faith. Then the peace is going to be in our heart. Other than that, guess what you're going to have? Except his man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. That's what you're going to have. Guaranteed, the Bible, the word is not a lie. You're going to have chaos, whether male or female. You're not going to have peace. You women try to run your husband, you're not going to have peace. Husbands, you don't lead right, and you don't be the example, you will not have peace. Guaranteed. The Father said it. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because I was rejected knowledge, I will reject you. And you shall be no priest to me. Right? He did say that. You're not going to be no priest. So all these essential elements that the priesthood is supposed to be going through our veins, it ain't there. You in what? Ninja mode. Y'all get that? Okay, go from there. Go to 2 Corinthians 2 and 13 and 11. It says, and let this peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to which also are ye called in one body, and be ye thankful. Man, read 2 Corinthians 13 and 11.
2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect.
Be what?
Be perfect.
Be what?
Be perfect.
Men and women, we supposed to understand, in order for our relationships to be perfect, we need these essential elements. What, sis?
Question.
Yeah.
What do you do if there's no answer to why they do it that way?
Who's asking that?
Precious.
Precious. If there's no answer, there's a problem. If there's no answer, there's a problem. Once again, the husband has to adhere to the counsel and be able to articulate himself and lead. Now, we have a few different variations in here, right? One variation is, I explained it to you, but you want to question it and argue it. Variation. Right? Okay. I got a little bit of age on me. I'm not that old, but I know that's one of the variations, right? Which is what? You gave me an answer, but I don't like it, so I'm going to be argumentative because I want you to fight with me. I don't want it to be that way. I want to second question everything. That's one way. Then the other way is, you got a man that lacks experience in leading on any aspect, and he just don't know how to articulate himself and actually lead. Now, he's an introvert at 30, 40 years old. I don't understand that. You 40 something and you still a damn introvert? What the damn. That means this. If you're an introvert, like my 13-year-old kid, then you need to snap the hell out of it and lead your house. That's what that means. That means that challenge yourself to articulate yourself, lead your house, and tell them. So you got those variables. Luckily, none of us are dealing with that in here. Right? So what is the question? Was that it?
It's like a two-part.
Go ahead.
The second part is it wrong to ask questions on it if you're confused or just follow no matter what?
See, and that's a good question. Is it wrong to ask questions? No, it's definitely not. And the husband has to know that. Right? Like, I get this with my ribs. What do you know, right? My ribs, Shawashana, she loves asking the questions, right? I got to be conscious of what is questions and what is now you're being a hard ass and you're just trying not to see. And I got to be able to tell her both. I'm still communicating this, right? I can't what? Open the door and walk out the damn door and be like, I didn't hear what she said. I can't sit down and pop a damn beer and act like I didn't hear what she said, right? I can't do that, right? I got to still articulate to her, listen, I didn't explain it. I explained it this way. I explained it that way. You have to understand what I'm saying. Listen, if you don't understand, listen, trust me on this. Follow, do it. Then she would come back and be like, calm. And then I come back and say, calm. And she come back and say, calm. And then we all say, calm. And then it's done.
That's right.
That's how it is. But the man has to articulate and talk and explain. But the woman has to be conscious if she's being combative, argumentative, and you just want to second question everything. Now, the sister that's asking, how old is she? Precious is what, 19 years old?
God.
I will expect her, she's a child, to ask. She don't know what it is to be in a real relationship. She don't know what it is to be a wife, as it's been said. She don't know what it is to be in these situations. So I would expect her, that's like my kids asking questions. I expect them to ask. They don't know. So I can't get mad that they're asking. And if they don't understand, then I gotta what? Condescend to a lower state. So you see all the variations in there? You got to be conscious that these young women don't know how to be a wife and actually be a servant of the Most High and to her husband. So you got to tell them. But at the same time, that youngness can't be an excuse to be argumentative and second question everything, being unfaithful. Con?
God.
Don't y'all agree with that?
God.
Those are two variables that are not ridiculous, right?
God.
Okay. Now, sometimes he might be like, listen, I explained it this way, you don't get it, just follow. That's not wrong either. But what is wrong is that when we don't lead, or we don't teach, or we don't edify. That's like you asking a question in here, and I'm just like, you gotta get it. No, do we do that with anything? Hell no. We're like, listen, go here, go here, go here, go here. Da, 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 da. Then I talk, and then he talks, and then if you really want it, he can talk, and then we all talk. If you don't get it, then there's something problem with you. Right? And then if you don't, we'll probably say, okay, wait a minute. Let's think of another way to explain that, right? And we do that. You see that? So those are things that's going to happen as well, because everybody ain't what? Everybody ain't quick. Huh? So you can't just be like, well, damn, are you stupid? No, they just might not get it. Okay, well, what don't you get? Now I'm asking questions. See, this is how the conversation would happen. Well, I don't really understand. Okay, what I said, what is it that you don't understand? And then she would explain to me what she doesn't understand, and I come back and say, okay, all right, this is what I mean by that. And I start breaking down that to get the person to understand. Conversation. You see how we can't run from talking? No. Because a lot of us as men, we want to what? Bro, but just crawl into space and be like, bro, can we just have sex again and just stop all of this? Right? But it's not that easy. the fun is over, bro.
Done.
Now you got a wife. And wife, family, children, kids take what?
Work.
Work. Takes work.
That's right.
All right, go from there. Where we at?
2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Finally, brethren, farewell.
Go ahead.
Be perfect.
Be what?
Be perfect.
That's what we're striving for as a family, as a house, as a husband and a wife. Go ahead.
Be of good comfort.
Go ahead.
Be of one mind.
Be a what?
One mind.
So what? Read.
Live in peace.
Bro, we want to get to this one mind so we can live in peace.
Done.
Not in pieces, in peace. We need one mind. We need one judgment. So going back to that question earlier, there's no way we can do this without one mind. There's no way. Go ahead.
And the power of love and peace.
And the power of what?
Of love.
Of love. Huh? Talk about Israelites don't preach love. The power of love.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
And peace.
And peace. Again, did it not say peace before?
Peace
Because
before.
what do we need?
Peace. Double peace.
We need a double damn peace. Sometimes, man, it be scary in my house. I be wanting to face these. I'm like, this is too much harmony up in here. But it'd be like, whoa, this is. I be walking around the kids and the ribs and like they talking and communicating on a spiritual level. I'm like, dang, Barakataya Howard, man. Peace. Peace is valuable. They know that though. You know, when you get a little older, you're tired of the drama. You're like, bro, because whatever. You know what I mean? Because I'm always pulling their card. Listen, number 3's finna step in. Because whatever. You're going to do what you want. Calm, sis. That's all I wanted to hear. Right? No, Dad, well, I'm not moving in that direction, but to see if that peace is really in them. Why is that peace there? Is it in you because you think you're controlling me? Or is it in you because you're at peace with the Father? Because you ain't going to control me. Give not thy strength and your soul unto women.
That's right.
Don't never do that. Women, you shouldn't want that. You shouldn't want your husband to give his soul to you. Come on now, right? Okay, so the last part. I know I went over. I'm doing a Zion / Nahawam. I know I went over. But I'm not going to do a 2-part class on this. Not on what I got here. Alright? So the last part, I seen Quetzalcoatl do this the other day too. The last part is, let's ask about this. What really shows real love? When you deal with a couple, when you deal with a true marriage, what is real love? Is it not y'all sticking together through thick and thin? That's love. So, if they're not sticking together through thick and thin, guess what? They don't love you.
There was no love.
There was no love.
That's right.
If they could just get a plane ticket back to Colorado, there is no love.
Like that?
Like that. Why? Because you didn't commit yourself truly to the trial, the battle, the situation. Once again, how does the Most High prove our love? If for 1 minute you come to the truth all high, I'm going to die for Christ, and then a little bit of trial goes through, and then you abandon ship, y'all was like, fake love. Bruh, God got him out of here quick. That was easy, right? Because he was phony, right? So, go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 8.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
There you go. A true friend, a true brother, a true sister, a true wife, a true husband cannot be known just in prosperity. Oh, you good with me now, but when the light bill, when this get bad, we go through a little battle, all of a sudden you want to break up and leave me? Like, what type of friend are you? Right?
You were just a friend at the table. That's what you was.
Yeah, exactly. To get that damn food, right? But check it out. Read.
And an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
Come on, what are you doing? What do you want to look like right now? You gonna abandon me when I'm trying to work out? I'm trying to sit here with you? Is that a true wife? Is that a true husband? And that's what the world has made us. The world has made us enemies to each other. They made us enemies to each other. To where now we don't want to deal in our relationships. That's why we got no black homes, black families. You got what? How many baby daddies you got? Because we've been made enemies to each other. And remember, I'm not going to go there, but y'all know what Deuteronomy 28 says, right? They're going to be evil to one another. And that's what happens. A brother's born for adversity. I didn't put that one in there, but y'all know it. A brother is born for adversity. So then what the hell is a wife? Right? What is a husband? You see that? I keep saying it now. Is she getting a car accident? You done? Huh? Y'all got to think with white minds on this one. Huh? Because Becky what? Becky's going to stay there and her husband got his legs cut off. You know what I mean? Becky's going to be right there. It's okay, baby. I'm going to support you. Right? Yeah, he might be doing coke on the side or whatever, but still, Becky's there, right? Are you going to be there if your rib got a leg chopped off? Huh? Is that a hand raise or a stretch? Stretch. Huh? She can't do nothing. Think about how many brothers and sisters going to be there. The brother in Houston, the one in the wheelchair. Him and his rib been together, and he's been in the wheelchair for a while.
At least 15.
And his rib, and the thing is, they had a little rough patch, got back together, and I'm like, that's an honorable sister.
Yeah.
She pushing this cat around.
Changing his bag.
Changing all that.
Helps him on the toilet. Con.
Would you do that? See, you see how you got to reevaluate what life is really about? Who are your true friends? The true ones that love you? Now think about that. That's with a wheelchair. How about an argument? You get a little discussion that's something you don't like. A little disagreement. And you are ready to abandon ship. You can see that a lot of our people don't really understand what marriage is. It's not abandoning your brother, your sister, your wife. You don't see that? Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. Ecclesiastes 6 and 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 10.
Right?
Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
See, you're there eating with him. You're there eating with her. And what? Everything is fine. I make $2,000 every week. You know what I mean? You good then. Right? We got steak every night. But the pandemic hit, lost the job, I got to work online. Then what? You ain't nothing. Look at you. Is that a friend? Come on, y'all know what these relationships already had yielded? Fake friends. They're not there for true love, true brotherhood, true sisterhood, true family. Go ahead.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
See, marriage in Yahushua, in the Mashiach, is us coming together and being together through the trials and through affliction. That's everybody. We know real brothers when they're ride or die. When they show up and you don't got to get the order. Hey, I heard you got a flat. I'm going to head over there. That's love. See, that's what we're looking for. It ain't, oh, you got to get the order. I guess I got to be over there because the brother gave me the order. No, it's volunteering. Why? Those are the ones that show up. But the cats that ain't showing up through affliction and trials and battles and a little rough patch, you're like, he ain't going to be around long. She ain't going to be around long. You see that? A brother's born for adversity. That's why you were born for. To step in the adversity with the next man. You ain't even knowing how to live. I mean, they know that in the military, right? That's something that, regardless, Israelites or not, something about the damn military. Y'all cats like, you get that nod, that Fight Club nod. You know what I mean? You just get that nod like, yeah. You know what I mean?
I got your back. It's going.
Yeah, it don't matter. Edomite, Gentile, Israelite, it's still what? You get the nod, right? That's what unity we supposed to have.
That's right.
How much more as wives and husbands? But you walk into the store, you don't know if she's going to spaz on you in the store. She don't know timing. She don't know when, you know what I mean? Or he's just acting out, acting wild and in front of people. We don't, it's like, we need to learn all these essential elements that unify us. Y'all get this? Okay, go ahead.
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
But in thy prosperity,
right,
he will be as thyself.
Check that out. See, you gotta watch. You gotta watch for people like that. Yeah, you come home one day and think, you know what? I lost my job. Just see what she says. You know what? They cut that check off. What? What are we gonna do? See, I can't do it all alone. Like, whoa, really? Huh? Okay, that's what we do. You panic and lost it. What about how much y'all faith, believing? Now I didn't lose my job, but I followed you today. Now go ahead.
And will be bold over thy serpent.
Go to Ecclesiastes 37 verse 3.
Come. Ecclesiastes chapter 37 verse 3.
Uh-huh.
O wicked imagination.
Uh-huh.
Whence camest thou in to cover the earth with deceit?
See, check out how wicked this imagination is. It covers our people, most of all, but the earth with deceit. Go ahead.
There is a companion which rejoiceth in the prosperity of a friend.
This is wickedness. That rejoice, you're there for the good times. Go ahead.
But in the time of trouble will be against it.
See, the Most High says that's deceit. The earth is wicked. Why? Because you get those individuals that don't stick through thick and thin. When you have a little hiccup in your relationship, when you have a little trial in your relationship. Now, for the ones that are being abused and trodden down and wickedness is being done, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about arguments, growth spurts, disagreements. We need to get it on the same page, and it's a hard patch to get there. You got to work through that. That's a true friend. That's a true husband, a true wife. Y'all get this? Don't be this wicked companion. Go ahead.
There is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly.
See, you only there for your belly. And this is why, let's go back to the beginning. You can't deal with people for the outward appearance. There's no way you're supposed to buy a woman anything when you first meet her. Right? Because you don't know what she's really about. You don't know what she's about. You know what I mean? Why would you buy her something? Her whole motive can be towards money. Gimme, gimme, gimme. You over here what? Supplying that. There's companions that's like that. There's sisters that's like that. There's brothers that's like that. They're only in the relationship for one thing. They don't know true love. They don't know true unity. This is wrong. Go ahead.
And taketh up the buckler against the enemy.
Right. You see? But there's ones that do stand and fight. Right? With you. That say, you know what? Baby, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Don't worry about it. We're going to fight through this. You messed up. I messed up. We all mess up. Let's not mess up no more. Let's do this. Right? Go to Ecclesiastes 6 verse 14.
Come.
Uh-huh.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 14.
Go ahead.
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
See, a faithful friend, a true companion, a true wife, a true husband is a strong defense. They're going to be there. They're going to be that ride or die, that Bonnie and Clyde. Right? Go ahead.
And he that hath found such an one hath found
Right, you see? Now, that doesn't mean this is not built and molded. Remember, unity, brotherhood, and love is both molded to this level, to where you can prove each other and know each other that you will be there for each other, right? And all these moments prove it. The trials, the hiccups. Oh, damn, you know what? He forgave me. I got to forgive him. The example shows it, right? What? Ecclesiastes 6:14. Go ahead.
Nothing doesn't countervail a faithful friend.
See, nothing countervails a faithful friend. And I know you're like, well, this is friends. That's my rib. Don't be foolish, all right? Your rib is supposed to be your best friend. Right? Homie love a friend. Right? Y'all know R. Kelly? God rest his soul. Right? Remember R. Kelly? Homie love, right? She's supposed to be your friend. Right? And if you want to get old school, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy. And the man is supposed to be what? Your everything. Right? But we ain't taught that. You know what we taught? She's just a booty call for the moment. Right? He's just a bag, a Birkin bag. Right? A Balenciaga pair of pants. Ain't none of us buying Birkin bags in here, but y'all know what I mean. you get the symbolism, right? You ain't getting no damn Birkin bag. Go to Walmart. Now, as a matter of fact, go get you some leather and make that damn bag, right?
That's right.
But truthfully, there's individuals that's only out for one thing, and they start to reveal themselves. Wives, don't be that person that is abandoning ship when you're going through a trial with your husband, because we know scripturally on the moment, on any moment, the Most High can make a poor man rich. Like right when I broke up with him, y'all heard those stories? They won the lotto right after. You know what? I was with him 10 years. I think I get 50% of that. No, y'all broke up. We had common law marriage. No, y'all broke up. Go ahead.
And his excellency is invaluable.
See, this is what we're trying to build. An invaluable relationship. Right? Those stories that we read about what Abraham and Sarah, right? Isaac, his rib, Jacob, his wife, right? Listen, even Nabal and Abigail, right? Abigail, right? That relationship. Listen, they ride for each other. The problem is one was a fool.
Oh, she saved his life.
Yeah, she saved his life.
He said, I'm going to kill every man that pisses on the wall.
The woman stepped in there for her husband, ride or die. She didn't be like, well, you a dummy. See, your name is dumb, so you know what? May the Lord destroy you. No, she was like, I got my man. That was a true companion, a true friend. That's invaluable, right? Go ahead.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
Go ahead.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
That's why it says you'll find that woman if you lock into the Father. You'll find a good woman. You'll find that righteous woman. And if anything, y'all should be molding this in your house. Friendship. We're family. We're a team. Like, we're together. Sometimes you got to be like, look, I get it. It's a battle, but we're in this together. Use white words. They help y'all out a lot of times. You know what I mean? Stop with all the black words. Yeah, like, we're a team. We can do this. You're the best. Right? Well, what else? Well, we got some more white words? Come on.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot. You know so?
I do.
Right? You need to tell them those things, because you talk to them with that vengeance, hate, beating them down. You got to lift them up.
Listen, you're my motivation, man.
Yeah, you're my motivation.
Through the Most High.
Yeah, there you go. You motivate me. Shalom, babe. Did I ever tell you motivate me? Whoa, where's this coming from? What the hell? I didn't even know that word before. No, or you're the motivating force in my life.
I see the works that you're doing. That's inspiring me to put my.
Oh, you dealing with real words now, baby. You inspire me.
Come on now.
You talking like DJ Khaled now, huh?
Not perspiration, but inspiration. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, read out. Come on, let me get you out of here. Go ahead.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Go ahead.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
You see that? Back to there. Back to start, which is what? We have to agree together. We have to agree together on these principles. If we don't got no agreement, it ain't going to work. So do we agree what the gospel says? You see?
Right.
You see how everybody didn't say con? Because everybody don't agree.
That's right.
Do we agree what the gospel says? Then it will work for you. If you don't agree, good luck. Good luck. Let's see how that turns out. Right? That's what I'm telling brothers and sisters nowadays. Well, do it your way then. Let's see how that turns out. I just sit back and watch. Like, I got harmony. I'm trying to help you out with the harmony. All right. Right? All right. Any questions on there? Okay. All right. That's it. Hopefully that answers the question the brother had. That was a question class. I just told him I was going to put it together, but it was a question. I was like, nah, we need to put that one together. All right. Any questions on that? Anybody want to add anything on that? Say something? Say about that? No? All right. All right, listen. First thing first. Alms. We need help with the bills and the rent. All right? If you've been here, you know how we roll. You know what we do. We're asking for help. All right? 2, Passover's coming up. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row and prepare for Passover, right? 3, Hanukkah is on the 18th to the 26th, right? Okay, so we're going to not be having class during that day, during those 8 days, all right?
God.
All right. Also, nobody got back to us yet on what we're going to do. So, I want you to get with the brothers, right? And ask them about, we need to get together and figure out what we're going to do for Hanukkah and what days we have set up. All right? Yeah. Yeah, I think the camera moved, didn't it? Yeah, it moved. It moves.
It's something like your gesture.
My gesture makes it move. All right. So I'm doing something and it's... All right. Anything else?
The Most High is good all the time.
All the time. All right. Anything else? Nothing on there? All right. If that's it, let's salute them. Say shalom. Shalom. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the